Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am going to be getting ready to take my kids out to a new play place that opened up nearby, and so you're probably going to hear them running around because they are upstairs and they're both very excited. So I want to keep this video short and sweet, and it's really just going to be a no makeup kind of look, just to improve on what's going on here naturally. When I see a lot of no makeup kind of tutorials, I find that a lot of times there's like just as many products involved in them as what I would use for like a full beat. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to say that I have like no products here. I have, let's see, I'll count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So maybe I'm still a little guilty, but let me just go through it with you and then we'll be done. I don't know what else to say. I've tried to pare it down to what I consider to be the bare essentials to make myself feel put together when going out into public. I've also just decided to use all drugstore items. No particular reason. I could achieve this exact same look using higher end products, but I thought let's shine a spotlight on some drugstore items because there are some really good options available at a lower price point. All right, like I said, my kids are very excited, and so I want to just sort of get this done. So let's dive in. I've already done like my face moisturizing and all that kind of stuff earlier today, so I'm gonna skip primer. It's just a step that I don't necessarily need. And I'm gonna go into a tinted moisturizer. This one is from NYX. It's the Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil, and I have it in True Beige Buff. Just comes in a nice little squeezy tube. I have talked about this product in the past. I did a whole review on the Bear With Me line, and I quite like the products that are included in this collection. NYX and I don't always get along. I don't know what it is. I always want to like NYX, but I don't always. It just doesn't always work out for me. But the Bear With Me line I do quite like, and I have gone far more heavy-handed than I intended to. Thank gosh for blending. I'm just gonna leave the rest of it on my hand, just wipe it off with a cotton pad. There we go. I hear Bennett crying. Again. He cried so much yesterday, and it was over just like truly toddler things. He dropped a grape. He asked Barrie to wash the grape for him. Barrie then proceeded to wash the grape, and apparently that was the wrong move. If anybody has like the decoder ring for toddlers and knows how to actually read what it is that they want, please let me know. Earlier today he wanted the heart cut out for his Play-Doh, so I found it in the sea of other shapes that are available to him, but it was the wrong heart cut out because it was green. I don't know what color it was supposed to be. It's the only heart cutout that he has, but it was apparently unacceptable. So that's how my day's going. Hence, we're going to take them to a play place so they can run all their energy out. All right, moving on to concealer. I'm going to use the Milani Conceal and Perfect. I have it in the shade Light Natural. Again, I have talked about this one a bunch on my channel. I am like the Milani Conceal and Perfect pusher. I love this concealer. I really like the coverage amount on it. I really like the finish of it. And I have to give full credit to Robert Welsh for kind of changing my concealer game. So thank you, Robert. Not that he would ever watch my videos, but he is a gem. If you haven't come across him yet, you really need to get on that because he is fantastic. He's so fantastic. I could listen to him like just read names out of a phone book, and that would be quality entertainment as far as I'm concerned. I would love to see him review Samantha Ravindall's makeup because I really like the way he just comes at it from a factual basis. Like, he's not shaming people, he's not like doing personal attacks, but he is critiquing the makeup choices and, as he would say, the theory behind it. So I find that I learn a ton from him. But it's also just really, I don't know, I find it really entertaining to watch him because he is funny. He's got like this dry sense of humor that I just absolutely adore. He calls it like it is. He's not afraid of, like, you know, giving constructive criticism. And I really like what he has to say. I've just learned a ton from him. So I'm really happy that I came across him. I also really like his like ghost story ones too, because he's just so like, his little like reactions to things, I just find him really entertaining. Didn't necessarily mean for that much concealer to go up on my lid, but hey, we're here. We'll go with it. We'll use it. All right. I'm going to use a cream blush, if I can find it. Yep, here it is. This one's from Physicians Formula. It is the Organic Wear Dewy Blush Elixir, and I have it in the shade Pink Berry. Let me give it a little shake. I'm going to try to do as much with fingers as possible. Ooh, that was an aggressive pump. That's the only problem with cream products being in a pump, is that you can't really control how much comes out. So I kind of have to just mush it around and get rid of the excess. There. I'm still deciding whether or not I like this blush. I think I like the CoverGirl ones, the new, their Clean Fresh line. I like theirs a little bit better because they're just a little bit of a heavier substance. These ones are a little bit watery / greasy, like not, I don't know. I don't want to say greasy because I don't know if that's really like the term, but maybe they're just a little bit more emollient than I would really like them to be. I don't know how to describe it. They blend out quite nicely though. All right. Okay, so before my concealer does stuff that I don't want it to do, I am going to set it into place, and I'm going to use the Catrice Light Illusion Loose Powder. It's the banana version, color, whatever. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that under my eyes. And then what I like about this powder in particular is that it's kind of like an eraser for fine lines. I don't know. Let me see if I can get it to show. So I have like a few little fine lines up here just with what's left over on the brush. I just like to kind of conceal those fine lines. Like, I don't know if, I hope it translates on camera. Like, you can still kind of see it, but it really just softens it out. I don't know what it is, but I find it very effective. I don't like the look of this powder all over my face though. Like, although it does blur out the fine lines, I find if it's all over my face, it just kind of looks like I'm wearing a filter, which might sound ideal, but in real life, it just looks a little unnatural. Like, it just doesn't look real. So I just like to use it on those like particularly assertive fine lines that are going on up here, and then under the eyes as well. I'm not going to set the rest of my face. I'm just going to focus on where it needs to be. You know what, we may as well stay zoomed in just so you can see everything else that I'm doing. I'm going to use the Essence Clear, what is this? Clear Lash and Brow Gel Mascara. I'm not going to bother with pencils or anything like that. I'm just going to use a clear brow gel just to hold them into place. I am lucky enough that my brows are full. I don't really need, oh, that was way too much. I don't really need a lot of filling in. I do often fill them in with a pencil just to add a little bit more dimension to them, but on days like this where I'm not going to be wearing a ton of makeup on my face, I don't really feel that it's necessary. Sorry, there was just way too much on the other side of that brush. There we go. All right. trying to decide what to do with my eyes, because I could just leave them as they are and just put mascara on. So because I had that like additional concealer that I was able to just sort of move over my lids and cancel out some of the discoloration. But I think to make myself feel just a little bit more put together, I am going to go in with a single eyeshadow. This one is from L'Oreal. It's one of their infallible eyeshadows in the shade Amber Rush, which was incredibly popular like 3 years ago, and nobody ever talks about these products anymore. Just pretty like that. I'm just going to pick it up with my finger, just a very little bit, and just kind of pat that just along the actual lid. It just adds like a little bit of a sheen without adding a ton of color. If I was wearing bronzer today, I would probably use the same bronzer shade just to use as a transition, just to buff out the edges and add a little bit more to my eyes, but I'm not wearing bronzer today, so we're gonna skip that part. I'm not going to bother with eyeliner. I'm just going to go straight in with mascara. This one is from Essence, and it's the I Heart Extreme Curl and Volume Mascara. So I'm just going to put mascara on my upper lashes just to make it look a little bit more natural than if I have it on the bottom as well. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? It just looks a little bit more natural, leaving the bottom ones alone. And then for lips, I'm going to use a lip oil. This one is from CoverGirl, one of their Clean Fresh tinted lip oils, and it is in the shade Swipe Ripe. It's just a nice like pinky lip oil. Kind of smells like fruit. Or like Sour Kids. It smells like Sour Kids. It smells nice. Simply because I do have that setting powder on and I like to sort of meld my powders into my skin, I am going to use a setting spray. This one is from Physicians Formula. It's the Rose All Stay Illuminating Setting Spray. And you do have to like shake the hell out of it because it has like a bit of an iridescent residue in there, I guess. So if you don't, it can get a little splotchy if you don't shake it well. So shake it, baby. It smells so nice. It's got like the finest mister of any setting spray I've tried. It's so nice. Okay, and there we have it. That is my no makeup, quote unquote, no makeup look. Tried to keep it, like I said, stripped down as much as possible. If I was going to remove a step, it would be the eyeshadow, but as you can see, it doesn't add a ton of color. It just frankly helps me feel just a little bit more put together and pretty. So there it is. That's all I've got to say today. Nothing too in-depth, nothing too revolutionary. I just kind of wanted to share my approach to no makeup with you. And now it's time to go take our kids so that they can run their faces off. Yay, nap time. All right, guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I will see you in my next video. Until then, just be a decent human being. Bye for now.